It's officially our last week of summer as the tears fall, but we're making the most of it. We're taking a mini vacation for the long weekend, going down the shore for a couple of days to squeeze in the last few beach days of the season. And I'm really looking forward to my Jersey Shore sunrises. I've been to a lot of places and gotten up to see a lot of sunrises, and I have to say, Wildwood sunrises are my absolute favorite. And I can't put into words what those sunrises do for my soul. I do a lot of thinking and reflecting as I walk along the beach. It's like my mind does a reset and I get such clarity as the sun peeks over the horizon and just feel God blessing us with a new day. It's actually on that beach that I got the clarity to move forward with Mom Wife Career Life. I thought it would start out as a blog, but every day since that day on the beach, I took one baby step forward, and eventually those baby steps led me to creating this podcast. I try to tell anyone that will listen to get up for at least one sunrise when they're on vacation. Those that do love it, and I'm telling you, sunrises are just such a gift and they happen every single day. So go take advantage of them. Bring your problems with you, sit or walk, and just reflect and open your mind and your heart and ask God or whatever higher power you believe in for clarity, for answers, and see what happens. It's just the best way to start your day. Russ knows that wherever we retire, that I want it to be where I can easily see the sunrise over the water. But for now, I'll take what I can get this weekend. And then next week, our kids go back to school. I'm totally ready to have a quiet house and less chaos during my workday, but I'm also not ready to have all the extra added chaos in the evenings with sports and after school stuff and trying to get three kids to three different places and sometimes figuring out how to squeeze in dinner in between, which, by the way, if you haven't already snagged my Save Time and Money with Meal Planning Guide freebie, do yourself a favor and grab it today. The link is in the show notes. I can't tell you how much time and frustration meal planning saves me every week. I hate to cook, and if I didn't have a plan and had to try to figure out what to cook each day, it probably would put me over the edge on some days. So the meal planning guide will help make your evenings a little less stressful, and hopefully today's topic will help even more. Today we're talking about how to build and expand your village, that group of people that you can rely on to help you out when you're in a bind, carpool with the kids' activities, or even just watch your kids when you need that mental break. But before we jump in, I do want to remind you that I have a back to school special going on for my 1 month coaching packages, 20% off through the month of September. I only have a few spots left, so take advantage now. The discount link is in the show notes, so check it out. Are you feeling overwhelmed trying to juggle all the many hats you wear as a working mom? Do you want more quality time with your family without distraction of work and time alone to take care of yourself and your needs? Welcome to Mom Wife Career Life. I'm Kerri, a wife, mom of 3, and a recovering perfectionist. In this podcast, I will teach you how to create balance in your life by implementing healthy habits, organizing your home and your schedule, being intentional with your time and in your relationships, and most importantly, how to start putting your needs first because no one can pour from an empty cup. Grab that second cup of coffee, or if you're anything like me, your third. It's time to dive into today's episode of Mom Wife Career Life. Finding your village of support as a busy working mom is really essential for navigating the challenges of balancing work and family and your personal life. So I wanted to share my strategies on how to help you build and nurture your support network. So let's jump right in. Number 1, reach out to your family and friends first. Your village starts with your family, your friends, and your neighbors, the people closest to you, the people you already have relationships with and have some sort of trust factor with. Those are your first go-tos when you need help with the kids, help running errands, or just a lifeline when you're feeling completely overwhelmed. If you're in a bind, the people closest to you are always a great place to look first. But an important piece of this village puzzle is that you need to be open to reciprocate. You can't just be the person always asking. You have to be the person offering as well. Number 2, join parenting groups or communities. Look for parenting groups, community organizations, or online forums where you can connect with other moms who are facing similar challenges. My town has 2 really great mom groups on Facebook. One is just for moms and the other one is for working moms. And serious major kudos to those admins because they keep those spaces completely drama-free. We have a lot of other Facebook groups in our town, and I feel like another one is popping up every week, and I learned to stay away from them. But these 2 groups are so supportive. They give great advice when you have a question, and they are totally non-judgmental, at least on Facebook. I don't know what they're doing outside of Facebook, but the space on Facebook is just where I go for support. And I see people post all the time looking for mom friends or asking to set up a play date with any moms that have kids of the same age. When I moved to our town, that's exactly what I did. My girls were going into third and first, and I wanted them to have a few familiar faces in their classes when they started. So I went on the mom group, I posted that I was new to town, and I asked if there were any moms with girls in those grades at their school that would want to meet up. And sure enough, one amazing mom reached out. She got her mom friends together and set up time to meet at a playground. And it was so great. She's still one of my besties to this day. And our girls are besties too. And mind you, at the time, I was a complete introvert and my social anxiety was at its peak. It took a lot for me to put myself out there, but I was new to town and we moved here because I wanted my kids to grow up in a community and I wanted to feel like I had a community and a village to help me raise my kids. And I knew it wouldn't happen if I lived like an introverted hermit. So take a deep breath and post that post and just see what happens. And it's funny because I was just telling another one of my mom friends that story this past week, and she said that she didn't believe that I was ever an introvert because I seem so outgoing, but I was, and I still am in many cases. I still have to push myself to go out. I dread it most times, but once I'm out, I really do have a great time. So push yourself out of your comfort zone. Number 3, make friends with parents in your kids' activities. As you're on the sidelines, in those stands, in those waiting rooms, waiting outside of school, make an effort to make friends with other parents. Build those relationships, exchange numbers, and if you get to a comfort level, you can ask them if they want to carpool for practice or whatever classes your kids are taking together. Or if you don't want to carpool all the time, you can just say that you were trying to come up with backup plans if you're ever in a bind and would they be able to help out if you're stuck at work or have to bring another kid somewhere and that you can help them out if they're ever in a bind too. I really can't imagine a mom that would say no or turn down the offer to have another mom that they can lean on too. Or if your kids play a sport and their team uses a sports app, there's a chat feature. And if you're comfortable enough, you could throw it out there on the chat to see if anyone would want to carpool to or from practice. I had a mom reach out to me this week and asked if I could drive her son to practice because they're struggling and trying to figure out drop off with their crazy schedules. And I said, absolutely, and threw it back out there that if they're ever able to pick up, I'll take the ride home any day. I'm home and can totally pick up, but I usually have to stop whatever I'm doing to do it. And even if I'm just sitting on the couch, it's nice to be able to take that little break. So reciprocate. Number 4, utilize childcare resources or any free extra school programs your town may have. Explore childcare options such as daycare centers, preschools, or after school programs that could provide extra care or support while you're at work. Our area has a wraparound program that pick the kids up at school and they bring them straight to the aftercare so parents don't have to worry at all. Once your kid gets a little older, you can encourage them to join after school clubs, which are totally free. Both my girls did the plays and musicals in middle school, so they were at school every day until 5, except for Fridays for most months. Another option for younger school age kids is to get a high school student or someone in an older grade to pick them up from school and bring them to your home and maybe watch them for a few hours. Our town's high school gets out 20 minutes earlier than our elementary, so that's a great option for us. Or if you work from home but can't sneak away for pickups, you can see if there's another family that lives close to you that your kids can catch a ride home with or walk home with them. Double bonus if it's a high schooler because you can hire them as a mother's helper and they can do homework with them, feed them snacks, and just help them with whatever after school routine you have. Having reliable childcare in place can really give you that peace of mind and help you focus on your work, knowing that your children are well taken care of. Number 5, form a co-op or a babysitting exchange. Consider forming a babysitting co-op or an exchange with other parents in your community, with your church, or with your mom friends. This is a great way to save money and your sanity at the same time. So this type of arrangement allows parents to take turns watching each other's children, providing affordable and flexible childcare options while at the same time helping you build a relationship with families and friendships amongst the kids. This is great for date nights when you want to run kids-free errands or to just sneak away to a yoga class or something as simple as just going for a walk alone. Number 6, seek support from coworkers. Build relationships with your coworkers who are also working parents and understand the challenges of juggling work and family responsibilities. Share tips, resources, and just support each other. Maybe consider organizing workplace initiatives or support groups for working parents. And share this podcast. I have over 100 episodes to help support working moms, both at home, at work, and in life. So get the word out. I started sharing my podcast at work and actually just did a webinar for some of my team on how to break free from the chaos, showing them how to plan their week so they can feel more balanced. And I really feel that the corporate world can be doing such a better job supporting working moms. My company has been great, but I think all managers should be trained on how to support working parents, especially moms, and offer some training to parents on how to juggle it all, noting what programs and support the company may offer on a corporate level. I'm starting to get some thoughts on trainings and programs I can put into place. And I'm starting to wonder if that's something that's in God's plans for me in the future. But for now, I'm focusing on really trying to get my course out into the world to help all you mamas. And then maybe I'll look at the corporate world. And speaking of my course, the waitlist is opening in a few weeks, which I'm super excited about. If you get yourself on the waitlist, you get a huge discount for the course and some awesome added bonuses. So make sure you're on the lookout for that. It will open up to members of my Facebook group first. So if you're not already part of our tribe, head on over to Work Life Balance for Working Moms and make sure you join today. Number 7, offer support. I know we touched on this a couple of times already, but having a village, being part of a community is not one-sided. It's give and take, not just take. So offer support when you can. If you see a mom struggling, offer to help. If you're outgoing and you see a mom standing alone on the sidelines because she's probably too shy to just walk up and make friends, say hi and strike up a conversation. Be the builder of the village. It just takes one person to start, one person to lead, and you'd be surprised at what can happen. Number 8, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. It can be really hard to ask for help, but going back to yesterday's quote, if you don't ask the question, the answer will always be no. And if you try to do it all by yourself, you are going to get burnt out. I promise you, you are not alone. There are a ton of moms in your community that are feeling the exact same way, are struggling with the exact same things. And once you open that door, people will start coming through. And back to Facebook groups. Most groups allow you to post anonymously. And if you want to throw it out there that you're looking to build a village, but you are shy and feeling a little vulnerable, so you just want to see if there's interest before you make that next step, you can try that too. Our admins in our Facebook groups are awesome and so supportive. So hopefully your local groups are the same, especially if you belong to a church. That's where I would start. Number 9, communicate your needs. Be open and honest with your partner, with your family, with your friends about your challenges, your needs, and whatever boundaries you need as a busy working mom. Clearly communicate what support looks like for you, and don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. And starting with your partner is so important. As women in general, we tend to take on the majority of the home management, the kids management, and then add in work. I know my responsibilities far outweigh what Russ does, but he cooks half the week and does the food shopping, so I'll take that. But I've gotten a lot better at communicating the things that he can help me with. And I can't stress enough how important weekly planning is for this. When you plan your week out, you see all the areas that are demanding of your time in the week. And when you see that the kids need to be in places at the same time, that's when you can start calling your village. That's where you see where you need the support and what you need to ask for help with. So make sure you're planning out your week. Number 10, say yes to help. I'm sure there are times when you've told a friend or someone that there's something that you're struggling with and they are sympathetic and say, let me know if there's anything I could do to help. And probably 10 times out of 10, your response is, no, it's okay, I'll figure it out. But if you were really struggling and someone says that to you, most of the time, they really want to help you. So think about what they can do. Even if your response is, that's really sweet. I know this week may be a little tough for me. Maybe I could look at my schedule and let you know. And then really look at your schedule and let them know. Maybe you need help picking up a kid or getting them to a place on time, and it's a quick ride somewhere, or picking up an order at a store that closes before you get home from work. Look for the little things that wouldn't be a big ask for someone, and that would seriously help you out. And bonus tip, number 11, outsource where you can. Your village doesn't just have to be other moms or family members or people in your community. If you need help with keeping up with the house, hire a cleaning service, which, side note, I have yet to do. Every time Saturday rolls around and I look at my bathroom, I am literally kicking myself in the butt that I have let yet another week go by where I haven't gotten help and have to spend the time cleaning. Food shopping, order online and pick up at the store, that actually saves you time and money because you aren't impulse buying. I sent Russ to the store with a short list the other day, and my jaw dropped when I saw the receipt. He didn't buy anything too crazy, just a bunch of things that weren't on the list, but had I done the food order and just had him pick it up, we would have saved a little bit of money, but that's besides the point. I'm welcoming the help. The only thing with ordering online is that you do risk getting not so great produce, which is very frustrating. And if they're out of an item you want, they may not offer a substitution, or the substitution that they do offer wouldn't be the one that you would have picked as a substitution, and it can kind of throw off your whole meal plan. So those are my tips to help you start building your village. Please take them to heart. You are not alone. There are plenty of people out there that are willing to help and would love to be part of a village too. It just takes that one person to lead the way. So if you have it in you, be that leader. And we would love for you to come join our village, our Facebook community, Work-Life Balance for Working Moms, that is growing every day. So come on over, hang out with us, tell us what you're struggling with, and let us know how we can help you. If you don't already follow the show, take a second and hit that follow button so you never miss another episode. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Kerri Pat. Before you go, if you found this podcast helpful, I would be so grateful if you would take a minute, go on over to iTunes and leave me a review. If you have other stressed out mamas in your life that you feel this podcast could help, take a screenshot of this episode, post it on your Instagram stories and tag me, and let them know that they are not alone and they can create balance in their life too. If there's a topic you'd like me to cover or you just want to connect, DM me on Instagram at mom.wife.career.life or come on over and hang out in our free Facebook community, Work-Life Balance for Working Moms. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Kerri Pat.